All right, hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I just want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rekhakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, the great millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations unto the elect. All right, now in this lesson, I just want to bring out a quick snippet of a Elder Apostle Hard's video. He was going into the title here. It says the IUIC are the biggest hypocrites in all of Israel. All right, and after I play a snippet of this, I want to get a precept and then get a testimony. All right, just point out the fact, man, that the IUIC, all right, and their doctrine is ruining the lives of their followers. All right, but we're gonna get into it. Just going into my testimony. All right, so let's get
Hypocritical to
into
say
it.
you believe something when you don't believe it in your heart, right? It says, "Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind." You represent men and women. You got a woman that's not a believer. These guys tell you, "Brother, I never see you bring you got a wife. Yeah, I got a wife. Why don't you bring her around? Because she don't believe in this." Well, brother, she gotta believe it, man, or you gotta cut her off. Now it used to be 6 months. Now they put it up to a year. So now if the missiles come in a year, inside of this that year, you can be destroyed because you're not following the Most High. You see this fucking hypocrisy in this? If you have a wife, a woman that's not a believer, you have to cut her off. No ifs, ands, or buts. Even if she pleads to dwell with you, because you can only have one wife, which is clearly against the law. Solomon had more than one wife. David had more than one woman, and
Right, and that was pretty much it. All right, and that's what the IUIC teaches. They teach that if you believe you're a believer, all right, you have a wife, all right, that's an unbeliever, all right, but you got to cut her off, all right, which is completely off, and we're gonna get it. We're gonna prove why that's off, all right, through the scriptures in 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 12. All right, so let's get into it. And this is Apostle Paul speaking. You have some men, all right, that will say, "Oh, we don't." Apostle Paul is just a man. All right, we don't acknowledge the writings of Apostle Paul. All right, well, really, you don't accept the scriptures. All right, because Apostle Paul was a man of the Lord speaking. All right, in the spirit of Yahweh by Shemiel Shai, the Lord was speaking through Apostle Paul. All right, Apostle Paul was in the spirit. All right, Galatians 1:11. We don't have to go there, but it speaks about how Yahweh Shai Mashiach revealed, all right, the truth unto Apostle Paul. Matter of fact, we'll just get it. Galatians 1:11. All right, it reads, "But I certify you, brethren, that the gospel which was preached of me is not after man." Here's the point. Verse 12, "For I neither received it of man," right, "neither was I taught it, but by the revelation of Yahweh Shai Mashiach." All right, so Yahweh by Shemiel Shai, all right, taught Apostle Paul. He revealed it unto Apostle Paul, this truth. All right, so when Apostle Paul is speaking, all right, this is through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shemiel Shai. The Lord is speaking through, all right, Apostle Paul, his men. All right, so let's go back. All right, and we're gonna prove, all right, how what the doctrine of IUIC teaches is wrong. All right, it's off according to the scriptures. We're gonna prove it. 1 Corinthians 7 and 12. "But to the rest I speak I, not the Lord. If any brother have a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away." All right, so you being a believer, all right, you have a wife, all right, that's unbelieving, but she still wants to stay with you. She says, "Oh, look, I don't care, all right, what you believe in. I just love you for who you are. I'm gonna stay with you." All right, you're not supposed to put her off. Though she be an unbeliever, she still want to be with you. So you're not supposed to put her away. All right, just because she's an unbeliever. All right, and the scriptures say that. And the Apostle Paul, when he says this, he's speaking through the Spirit. All right, the Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shah, is speaking through him to edify, all right, the church. All right, on how to deal with particular things in life. Verse 13. "And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave." And the same thing for vice versa. All right, the woman that's a believer and her husband an unbeliever, but the husband want to stay with her. All right, don't let the woman leave the husband. All right, because first of all, if you put off your wife, all right, because she's an unbeliever, you causing her to commit adultery, because she's gonna go to another man. All right, it's completely going off, man. That's why Apostle Hart says, all right, this group IUIC is hypocrites. All right, because any one side of the mouth they saying keep the law, statutes, commandments, other side of the mouth they're not even keeping them. All right, they well, it's like on the other side of their mouth they teaching stuff like this, that you're supposed to put away your wife if she's an unbeliever, leave her if she's an unbeliever. No, all right, in IUIC, I've seen firsthand. All right, the how should I say it? I seen firsthand, all right, how this doctrine of the IUIC has destroyed our families, man. All right, because going into my testimony, I have an uncle, who follows after the doctrine of IUIC, and this particular situation happened. All right, he follows after IUIC, and he had a wife. All right, and the wife, she didn't believe. She was trying to, she was trying to not cook on the Sabbath, but she really didn't believe. All right, but no, just basically trying to be in obedience to her husband, my uncle. And my uncle, all right, being ignorant, being simple, following after the doctrine of IUIC, he put her away because she don't believe, which the woman, she wanted to stay with him. All right, she said that, I don't really care what he believes in, I just love him, and I want to stay with him. I don't, and my uncle put her away, all right, and caused her to commit adultery. And that's completely going off. IUIC's doctrine is destroying families, man, and I've seen it firsthand. His wife, all right, she wanted to stay with him. All right, she even tried to do what he said with not cooking on the Sabbath. Particular stuff like that. And just because she's an unbeliever, she really didn't believe like that. All right, he put her off. All right, how does it say? Yeah, he put her out the house. I left her. They were they were together, in the same house. My uncle basically just said you gotta leave. Basically, told her to get out. Just all because all right, she doesn't believe, which the scriptures say if she be an unbeliever and she be pleased to dwell with him, which she was pleased to dwell with him, she still wanted to be with my uncle, but yet what? He put her away. All right, and that goes to show, man. All right, this doctrine that IUIC has is destroying families, and it's not just my uncle. It's many other men, all right, men who have and men and women, all right, who follow after the doctrine of IUIC and have put away, all right, loved ones, all right, because they don't believe. Left their loved ones because they don't believe. Their husband or wife, whatever the case may be. All right, and it's just my uncle following after, being simple. All right, following after IUIC's doctrine, man. Just to go to show, man. All right, you got to follow the correct doctrine, man. You have to do the research on yourself, man. You can't just go for their word. All right, you have to go in the scriptures and search it out too. All right, that's why Apostle Hart says that it's just a bunch of zombies over there in IUIC. They just listen to whatever their leaders say. Bishop Nathaniel. But that was my testimony. My uncle, all right, put away her wife, all right, just because she was an unbeliever, but she wanted to stay with him, and they kicked her out the house, all that. That's going off. You going off, man. Matter of fact, all right, in Bishop Nathaniel, you got a lot of blood on your hands, man, because it's not just my uncle. All right, I seen it firsthand. It's not just my uncle. It's many families that follow after your doctrine, all right, that have did this. All right, and the blood is on your hands because you teach them this shit. You teach them that. Something that's contrary to the scriptures, man. All right. I'm gonna get Matthew 15. I'm like probably in it there. That's all I wanted to get, a testimony, because my uncle, he does follow after the doctrine of IUIC. He follows and he basically did what IUIC said to do. You gotta put her away. If she unbeliever, you gotta put her away, which is completely off. All right, and that's destroying families, man. All right. Matthew 15, and now you caused her, all right, to commit adultery. All right, Miss Matthew 15 and verse 14. It reads, let them alone. they be blind leaders. All right, the leadership of IUIC, they're blind. All right, blind leaders of the blind. Hey, in this case, my uncle, he's blind. Simple, just following whoever, just following the IUIC blindly. All right, so that the blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch, man. And that's exactly what happened in this case, man. All right, my uncle, now he single. All right, I'm not gonna go too deep, explain all his personal business, but he's in a bad situation. He doesn't have his wife, his helpmeet. All after, following after the false doctrine of IUIC, man. And really, all right, it goes back to their leader, all right, Bishop Nathaniel, because you allow this type of doctrine to be pushed out. All right, but that was pretty much it. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Brothers out there that got a unbelieving wife, man. All right, she still want to stay with you. She love you, man. You're not supposed to put her off. All right, you're not supposed to put her off, man. All right, but with that, just want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations unto the elect. Shalom.